I will be showing you how to do the Vikkel Braid row for the Rainbows Reign Shawl, and we are going to start the beginning of every row with a knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, or purl 2, yarn over, purl 1. That way we drop that yarn over off on every single slip stitch section. When we come back and work the other way, we drop that off. It keeps the Icord edge nice and loose and gives us a really nice stretchy edge, so we don't have to worry about it being too tight. Now, at the beginning of every row, we are knit front back on the knit rows, but on this particular row, we are just going to make an extra stitch, and we're going to make that stitch by wrapping the yarn twice around the needle, 1, 2, and then we are going to lift this over the top. And when you do a Vikkel braid, you have to make 1 new stitch, and we will get rid of that at the end of the row. That one more time. So we're going to wrap the yarn twice around the needle, and then we're just going to lift the right hand stitch over the left, or the first stitch over the second, and as if we're casting on. So now we have added 1 stitch to the end of the row, right after our 3 border edges. Now we're going to start the Vikkel braid. In order to do a Vikkel braid, you have to start with the needle, the stitch on the left-hand needle. So slip that stitch over to the left-hand needle. Now tip your yarn forward and work into the back of the second stitch. You're going to knit into the back of that second stitch every single time. So I've gone into the back as if to knit, and I'm going to wrap my yarn around. I do pick, but I could also throw that. I will show that. And then I'm going to pull that stitch through, and both of those stitches, 1 and 2, are still on the needle. Then I bring the tip of the right needle to the front, and I knit, and I drop both stitches off. And that has given me my first little horizontal line. You'll see that once you get going. So slip the stitch back over, go into the back of the second stitch as if to knit, wrap it, don't drop anything off, bring it back around to the front, kind of like a knit front back, go into the front of the stitch, wrap it, and then drop both of those off. We'll do it one more time. Slip this back over, go underneath the second stitch in the back, wrap it, bring it out, don't drop those 2 stitches off, bring it around to the front. Once you've tried this a few times, it'll get quite easy. Now can you see the horizontal line that's building? So we have this horizontal braid that's building on the bottom of what I've already done, and now I'm building it on the top. Okay, so now I'll show that throwing as well. We slip that stitch over, and we go into the second stitch there, and we knit. We bring it around to the front, and we knit, and then we're going to drop them both off, okay? Slip that over. That's the biggest mistake people make. If you don't slip that stitch over, you will have a gap in your Vikkel braid, and it will show. So we go into the second stitch, we wrap, we pull it through, back to the front of the stitch, wrap, pull it through, drop them both off, and we're getting that Vikkel braid going. Okay, I like to reorient this stitch the other way, and then knit 1, and then bind this off. And with that stitch reoriented, oh, I'm splitting it, sorry, we're in the car. But then it matches, and then I just go ahead and slip those last 3 just like I normally would. So that's what it ends up looking like, and I don't think that there will be a gap there once I turn around. I hope that helps.